कौन सी रिकॉर्डिंग ऑन हुई है? यस, दोनों ठीक है। ओके, सो रिकॉर्डिंग ऑन and screen share. Okay. So today we are going to okay, so today is the last class as we mentioned in yesterday class. As per planner, you can see the planner. So we are going to cover some more topics related to Power BI. So one topic is not mentioned here, that is Meyer. So let me explain it quickly. And also one thing I forgot to add in the yesterday's class. Let me open that Power BI dashboard जो कल हमने बनाया था, which we developed yesterday. And I missed one function which I want to explain to you, which is related to formatting thing, conditional formatting. Uh, in the previous class a day before yesterday, when we were covering the transformation or Power Query editor, we try to learn about conditional. There are two different things. One is conditional formatting, and the other is conditional column. So let me show you here. In the add column, we learned how to create additional column. You can see my cursor. That is another thing. We learned it in the Power Query editor class. And now we are going to learn about what is, for conditional formatting. So very simple. Let me add a table here. Before, let me add a, data file. Just uh, random data file here, and we try to explain it how it works. Actually, this portion, this specific uh, graph was missing in the last class. So you see, uh, the data file I think added here. Okay, so here is the data file. So if you want to add conditional formatting, for that, you are going to create a table like this. I am inserting a table from this visualization pane in this blank area, report view. And as I clicked here, a table format is added here. Okay. So what we are going to do is we are picking some variables from here, like we are picking items. A list of item will be there, and we are going to pick uh, sales, let's say, and other variable. So you see, we have a table like this. Let me, show it like in this mode, in little bigger view. So you have a table like this. So for conditional formatting, you will be going on to this. Like in visual, go to element. There is an option like there must be an option of conditional formatting here. Let me show it. Mm, Sparkline cells element Sparkline. If we go to Sparkline apply setting, that's a different thing. I, I'm missing some point here. Let me quickly find the way. So how to Okay, so I check it shortly and I'll explain it later. I just missing some point here. So from this, so we will be discussing it shortly. I'm removing this one. I'm missing some point. So the other point is which is not mentioned in this, Power BI planner, but actually this is, Measure query, quick measure and new measure. So basically, this is a calculation process available in Power BI. For example, if you want to generate a graph, but the kind of calculation is not available in your data file, so you can create a measure. You can create a, like you can say, uh, a quick measure using this function. You can create a table here which is temporarily available in your data file, which does not become a part of your data file, which is available here. And also it does not become a part of your Excel file. But this calculation process is, added in this pan just for the, short period of time. That's just a, temporary solution. So for example, there is a quick measure. Go to this, and for example, if you want to generate an average of any category, so you can pick any measure from this built-in functions available, quick measure. So you see there is a list of different options available here. Let me perform one from here. So let me say we are going to calculate average per category. So you click on this function, which is already available in this function in this list. So go to this base value, add data. So what is base value? That can be any numerical value. For example, let's say we are picking profit here, and go to categorical variables. So pick, city from this category and add here. You will notice that calculator type icon is added in your data file in this your data pane. So basically this calculator icon, this variable is a temporary solution for your graph. For example, you wanted to create a graph and you needed this kind of variable in your data. So you generate this variable using this quick measure or new measure function, and this will be added here. Let me show you. If you go to this data file in the table view on the left side, click here, you will not find this information or this column in this data file. Also, if you want to check in Excel file, so this will not be part of, Excel file. So this is just a temporary solution available for your working. So go here, and for example, I click here in the bar graph, and I pick bar graph here, and we can add this in, x-axis, let's say, and yes, it's added here in the y graph. Why not in this Excel? Okay, Y graph. So also if you want to make a combination of this, so you can make a combination like this. So you notice that you have sum of profit average per city. So this graph is not telling you the profit, actual profit per city, but as you have made some, measure calculation, quick measure. So basically now the interpretation is changed. So basically the average is the profit you will see in this graph will not be the actual profit, but actually this is a profit, average profit per city, because you have made a combination like this. So the Y graph is like, uh, you know, uh, with the item x graph as x-axis is, containing the items information, and the y-axis containing the information of average profit per city. So this way you can generate this quick measure solution. So if you close this file, this will be removed. So this was missing from the planner actually. So now we are moving to the next topic, which is question and answers. Um, Question and answer feature of this Power BI. So I'm closing this one, for example, and we are going to create a new blank sheet. Uh, Let me create a blank report here. So for example, uh, if you want to generate a dashboard without working like we performed last night, picking graphs and dragging variables into different kind of graphs. There is a function called question and answer. By this function in Power BI, you can create your dashboard within 5 to 7 minutes max. How it works? For example, you want to create a dashboard. Uh, Go to here in the text box and mention here question and answer dashboard. That's another kind of dashboard that's very easy and interesting. So, for example, you have added this here like made it central line. Okay. So now you will be adding a data file here. Let me create a data file. For example, the same sales data, easy to understand. I'm just adding this, connecting this data file here. Okay, so you have added a data file here. So for example, if someone ask you to create a dashboard in very short time, so there is a solution available in Power BI. You only need to type few words, uh, and Excel and Power BI will generate graph for you based on 3 or 4 words. For example, I'm double clicking in the blank area in this report view somewhere. You can click anywhere for this operation. I'm just double clicking here and you will notice that a dialog box will be open and the heading is ask a question about your data. So that can be different type of data. For example, I'm saying that I'm giving the instruction to Power BI to generate a graph for city and profit, city wise profit in bar graph. So you see, this will understand your terms, city profit in bar graph. So this understands your wording and create a bar graph like this. So this is a graph number one. I'm just, hiding all these menus because we are just working on the, you know, question and answer portion. So let's say discount. I'm creating another chart, discount area, discount in pie graph. So let me add sales because the numeric variable missing here, area sales and with discount in pie. Let me, rephrase this. Sometimes it guides you itself how to mention your, prompt here. Area sales discount in pie. So let me check area sales discount in pie. So you see, I'm just typing few words and it automatically corrects sometimes and create a graph like this for you. So you can create any type of graph here. Let me add one more graph here, like a funnel chart. Uh, Funnel chart with uh, unit sold, unit sold, and let me check how it creates. So we need to add some more words here. For example, charts with items and unit sold. So it automatically corrects the syntax and you see it generated item-wise funnel chart for two variables. One is item and one is unit sold. Okay. So this way you can create your chart. So let me create one more chart here, maybe a line graph, city and profit year wise line graph. So you see, I'm mentioning in my word, but it's picking and it's correcting the context, the syntax actually, or you can say the prompt. So city and profit year wise. Let me check how it works. So you see, I have added two variables here: city, profit, and year. So city is there, profit there. So let me remove, for example, let me say remove this city part, for example, and let me see how what it will be generating for us. So you see, there is a year wise information, profit and year wise line graph. So we need to add some other variable also so it can create a line, or for example, profit and city. So it's adding like, it's creating a line like this. So one more, the last graph for this question and answer session. Maybe you can add cards here. So let's say profit in card, simple three words, and the card will be generated like this. So similarly, you can add table with item, city, and profit. Maybe this kind of chart. So you see a table generated with based on three categories or three variables. Sorry. So this feature is called question and answer session. You write few words and Power BI will generate graphs for you based on your few wording. So we are done with this question and answer with Power BI dashboard. So the next is Power BI results using AI. So how to use this AI feature? Let me create another page. For example, I am adding another graph, like you can say the bar in this for this experiment. What is analysis? Analyze built-in AI feature. So basically, this is AI feature. You must be aware of this, and it is very helpful for your analysis. So it's just a single click solution, and it generates an entire report for you. For example, I'm adding year here. We click here. I'm adding a year in x-axis and I'm adding a profit in y-axis. So you see, there is a very simple graph, year and profit. Very simple, two variables, and the graph is here. So now, what if your manager or your CEO asks you to define, analyze the decline in 2023 profit? So why the profit generated in 2023 is half of the 2022? So that's very critical, important question. So uh, you have to uh, make a extensive analysis to identify or to investigate the reason of this decline, this big decline between these 2 years. So 2002, 2022 is showing very high profit. 2023 is showing half of that profit of the previous year. So how to analyze this situation? So there is a built-in feature which saves your a lot of time or a lot of effort. So if you don't know this feature, you might be working 2-3 days to identify to investigate the reason. So for example, you click on any of the bar. Remember that which bar you will be clicking to analyze. It will be giving the analysis uh, of the previous bar. So if you are clicking on this 2023, this analyze will giving you the complete analysis report for 2022. So if you are clicking on this 2022 and you are clicking on this analyze function, it will be giving the report of the previous year, not the next year. So remember this thing. So I'm clicking here, go to this analyze, and you see there is an explain the decrease. So this is just one single clicks function. Click here, and this Power BI feature, analyze feature will generate a complete report for you. So remember that. So if you see this report, this is giving the complete picture of the decline. So remember that the first heading is giving you the information of the overall decline. So 49.08 decrease in the sum of profit between 2022 and 2023. So remember that uh, this report will be covering all the components available in your data file. Which components? The nominal components, the nominal variables, for example, area, city, discount, items. So if you have 10 variables in your data file, so it will be analyzing all 10 variables. If you have 4 variables in your data file where related to categorical variables, like I told your area, city, discount, where we have information in words, not numbers. So it will be explaining according to these available variables in your data file. So we have 4 variables here, I guess 4 variables. So it starts with this, sum of profit city wise, the first thing. So it will be analyzing what is, change in the profit. So the first thing is sum of profit by year and city. Remember this term by year and city. So it shows you the most of the loss uh, highlighted or observed in Lahore. Almost 1.8 million rupees loss is reported in Lahore. In rest of the cities, you will find a minor loss like zero point 0.5 million, zero point 0.5 million. And in Peshawar, you will see a result of 0.7 million. But in Lahore, it's on the peak 1.8. So at first step, you need to focus on Lahore, what's going on in Lahore district. So you can, focus on this district and you can change your strategy. Second, sum of profit by year and item. So you will see this word sum of profit on each bar, each graph heading. Why? Because we analyzed this table bar graph based on this profit. So if you are analyzing based on this sales, so it will be reporting according to sales status. So if you are adding some other variable like unit sold, unit cost, so it will be analyzing all the scenario according with respect to unit cost or unit sold. So the next is item. So in the first graph, this AI reported that Lahore is the main hub where the profit is on the very high decline. So you need to focus on this area. The second is items. So in this situation, in this graph, the AI analysis is telling you perfume is the major area where you are facing 0.7 million loss. Mobile is another area where you are finding 0.8 million loss, and the other category is some other items maybe or maybe other reason where where you find this 0.8 million loss. Now the next is sum of profit with discount. So it reports that the AI generated reports that the low discounted item is the major reason of your declining in your profit. So you have to focus on this low discount. You maybe by with the strategy point of view, you have to remove this low discount from your items. because it's reporting that 1.5 million losses because of low discount. So the next, the last, according to this table, this data file, this is area. So it reports that this big decline in the profit is also because of urban area. So you notice that in rural area, there is a loss of 1.8 million, but in urban area, the loss is of 2.2 million. So you have to focus on this urban area and you can change your strategy accordingly. So we have completed this portion, but let me show you another thing. For example, if you click on this scatter chart, so at the bottom of each chart, you will be finding four options. So you can analyze this chart in four different views. For example, right now we are at bar graph. If you click on the scattered graph, so it will be generating a report for you like this. And also, if you want to change the bar graphs according to stack column, so you click here, you will be adding report, you will be seeing report like this. The interpretation would be the same, but the shape of the graph is changed. And also, if you want to see the change in ribbon chart, click here, and you will see the same picture like this. So the interpretation will be the same for all the charts, but the shape is being changed according to the graphs available. So this is all about built-in AI feature, which is very helpful. Let's suppose if you don't know this feature, so what you will be doing, you are assigned a task to investigate the reason of this, profit decline. So what you will be doing? Simply, you have to go to Excel Power Pivot. You will be analyzing all the variables with each other. So it will take a lot of time, maybe hours, maybe days to investigate what's going on. So you will be generating a number of tables in pivot table to identify the reason. So maybe you will be repeating the exercise maybe 20 times, 50 times to identify, to investigate what's going on and what is the reason of your profit loss. So profit decline. So this is all about AI feature. Now I'll be, moving to the next topic. If you have any question, you can ask me. If you don't have any questions so far, so I move to the next topic. Any question from your side? So no question, I guess. Okay, so what next? We are covering now the next topic, which is, exporting dashboard from Power BI desktop. So what is exporting dashboard? Go to dashboard. I'm clicking here. So let me open another dashboard which we developed yesterday to, see the real picture. We created a dashboard here, I guess. Yes. In the meanwhile, it opens. Yes, Nadia, आप कुछ कहना चाह रही हैं?
I just want to ask that we did not apply filters.
You want to apply a filter?
Yes.
Okay, so
But
let me do it.
I want to learn how to apply the filters so that, in the first class when we were learning about Power BI, then you showed the sample and then you were clicking on certain filters and all the graphs were changed automatically. I
Okay,
want
so
to
let me
learn
check
that.
it. Let me check it. Let me check it.
Thank
So,
you.
actually, okay. So I'll be just explaining it shortly. Uh, okay. So you want to know how to apply filters. So here is a, filter option. Add data file here, filters on all pages. Okay. So there are multiple, layers of the filter. So for example, if you are interesting for this item wise information, so we are just bringing this variable in this filter here. And now you notice that I'm just dragging any variable, not any variable, the variable for which uh, we have created a graph. Like in this picture, we have created a graph like average profit per city for items. So there are the item bars, there is a average profit per city, and you want to add some filter here. So you need to add the same filter, the same variable in filter pan as well, for which we have generated the bar graph. So you notice that I have, dragged item variable here in this filter pan, and the filter has been applied. So how it works? For example, let me remove it. Okay. So you notice that I just dragged items in the filter pan in this first area, but there are multiple, layers. If you are interested to apply filter across all the pages, for example, you have created a dashboard of three different pages, page number one, page number two, page number three, like we did in the previous dashboard. So you will be applying or dragging this filter, the variable into this filter on all pages option. So let me, move it down. So you see filter on this page. Uh, if you want to apply filter on only this page, the page number one, if you want to apply filter on all the pages, for example, if you have generated few graphs in the next page, page number two, page number three, so you will be dragging filter here, filter on all pages option. And now, as you have mentioned the filter in this area, you have pasted here. So for example, you want to see the, you want to filter some information, go there and click here, garments, cycle, bike, home appliances. Out of many items, you have picked only three items. Similarly, if you have generated a graph city-wise, out of 5, 10, 20 cities, you can highlight or display information of 2 or 3, 5 selected cities, not all the cities information. So this way you can, apply a filter here. I hope you got the idea.
Yes, and what about the slicers? The way we did it in the Excel. We cannot do the slicers in Power BI?
Yes, a slicer option is here in this dashboard. Let me, but basically the slicer we put in Excel is a different than slicer we add in Power BI. So in Power BI, so I think yes, there is a dashboard. So let me add a slicer here. So go to this analyze visualization pane and go to this slicer option. So you will see the slicer will be added. So what information you want to add in the slicer, for example, slicers edit, you can mention the, information like cities. So you notice that similar to filter option, you can add slicer here. So I'm just adding a slicer on the dashboard. So if you click on this Karachi, so you notice that all the dashboard will be changed according to the information of Karachi. If you click on Lahore, from this slicer, all the information will be changed accordingly. So slicer can work in this way. In Excel, you insert slicer, you connect all the slicer with each other. You have a lot of, formatting options. You can divide the options like, in the columns. So here are some options as well. You can find these options from here related to slicer settings. You need to explore all this function here. But the point how to add slicer is you will be picking slicer from this visualization pane and you'll be adding here. All clear?
Yes, thank you.
So give me just 5 minutes. I'll be back and I'll continue and we'll be covering the last topic of this dashboard. Just 5 minutes. I'm stopping the screen share. So I'm back. Let me share the screen. So before going to the last topic of today's class, let me explain it again. The missing function, what I was trying to explain earlier, the conditional formatting. So how to perform this conditional formatting? This is very useful tip or this is very useful tool for you. So for example, you can create a table like this. Let me add an other table here for you for this experiment. Go to blank page and click on this table or maybe a matrix. Both are the same thing. So click here, a table is added here. So you can pick any variables, categorical variable like city, profit and sales, or you can add more variables. So I have added two variables here in this, um, graph in this table. So to apply conditional formatting, you will be clicking on this table. You will be going to this profit numeric variable. And when you will be clicking on numeric variable drop down menu arrow, so you will be noticing that conditional formatting function is there. So this conditional formatting is the same as you have been applying in, in Excel. If you remember the first or second class lecture, you must be familiar with this function. For example, if I go to Excel and let me show you there the same function. So let me open a file from here, new file. Okay. Mm, just give me a second. Browse and let me open a file here. Page 6, Excel, demo files, and let's say, you know, customer database. Okay. So if you remember that we discussed this topic in Excel, why it's taking so much time. Excel not responding, maybe heavy file. Okay, so just give me a minute. Let me explain it there, and we will be back to this file. So let's say this is a consolidation function file. Consolidate, you are familiar with this file, and let it be open. It's very light file. Excel has some issue, I guess. So let me explain it there. So, so what is conditional formatting? You have options. Go to this numeric variable drop down menu, go to this conditional formatting, and here you have five different options. So for example, background color. So you click here. So it will be asking what kind of color scheme you are interested in to see in this conditional formatting. So the variable name is profit. So you say that if the value is on the lower side, it should be like this very light color, light blue color. And if the value is high on the higher side, so it should be like this, little dark color. So I'm changing the color actually myself. So click here. So there are some other options as well. Click here and you will notice that the background color is being changing according to the value. So the highest value is very dark color. The smallest value is very light color. Similarly, you can change the formatting here. Go to conditional formatting and other option is there. For example, you can change the color of your, font. So let me, make it the other color like this. And now it's look better. So for example, you can change the color of, text as well. I'm clicking on this table, go back to this, and you can change the color, font color according to the value size. So if the color is, very, small, the color, if the value is very small, the color will be like this. If the value is very high, the color will be like, purple. So I'm just giving some other combination. Uh, so you notice that the color of the text will be changed. Moving forward, we are applying on the second column now. So the data bars, if I click on this third bar, so you notice that this column will be added like this. So this is a conditional formatting when you are creating a dashboard. You add a table and you can highlight your values according to this conditional formatting option. The last, moving this, you can add icons here. So you have seen these kind of icons in your Excel file. The same functions were available in Excel conditional formatting, traffic lights, bars, stars, arrows. So you can pick any of the, shapes from here and mention it. So you see, this kind of values will be added. So this is important feature. Uh, I hope you got the idea how conditional formatting works in Power BI. After that, the last thing of today's class is how you can share this dashboard with others. So there are two options. For example, if you want to share this dashboard with others, so you go to here in the file menu and click on this export. When you click on this export, you will be noticing there are two type of file options available. So if you click on this Power BI template to share this dashboard with others, it will be saved as PBIX. Power BI IX is a extension of Power BI tool. So it will be shared as Power BI file, including the data file. Okay. So if you click here, so it will be saved like this. Like let me show you in the uh, in the file Power BI. So here you can see the type of file. This is a dashboard. And if you want to see the extension of this dashboard, this is a dashboard Power BI file. If I click on this, it will be, showing the extension, which is point or dot PBIX. So my system is slow. I don't know why it's not, opening the right menu. Uh, Okay, so you'll be you have the idea if you share this in Power BI templates using this function, it will be generated a Power BI file. So if you are interested to share it as PDF, so we'll be clicking here, and this dashboard will be converted into PDF file. So what is the difference, or what is the benefit of converting into Power BI into PDF? So remember that you have developed a dashboard, you want to share it with your clients, with your stakeholders, just for their review, and you want to show them you have completed your task, you have completed your deliverable, and you can share this dashboard in the form of PDF, like you have, seen the option here. So it's so disturbing now. It's not working. I don't know. Not Excel is not opening. This is not opening. So please give me a minute. I'm closing all these files manually and I'm opening it again to show you how it works. So I think my system needs to restart, or this Power BI need to restart. It's not even, closing it manually by force. As the recording is on, I'm just, avoiding to restart the system. नजर लगी है किसी की. So I am just, let's see what it shows after this, buffering. So I am shutting down the system. If you can hear me, I'll be rejoining it after a few minutes, and we'll be just covering the last topic about sharing the Power BI, and we'll be closing the session, maybe 5 minutes more, but I have to do it. So I'm closing this one, and I'll be restarting the system. Apologies for the interruption. I have just restarted my system and I'm just sharing the screen to wind up the session. The last few functions related to saving dashboard and sharing with other. So here you can see this dashboard, Power BI dashboard. I'm opening just one file from here, the last dashboard we developed. So according to the planner, our last topic is how to share your dashboard with others. So here is the function. You go to export. There are two options. For example, if you want to share it with Power BI extension, you will be clicking here. It will be saved and you can send it with your email. If you want to share with PDF, so it will be converted into PDF file like this. So you notice that I have created a PDF version. So what happened? It generated actually a PDF version. You can share it with your clients, with your team, and the only difference is this is a static picture. This is not, interactive. We change different, features in Power BI. Obviously, it's a PDF, and PDF is always a static file. So the purpose of this can be you want to share the status of your work with your team, with your stakeholders, with your, with your client, and you can show it like this. Otherwise, if you click here, interactive dashboard is like this, it. So uh, also there is another option, publish. So if you go to this public option, so not public, publish option. So for this, you need to have an account on Power BI server. So you go to Power BI website, and actually this is Outlook initiative, Microsoft initiative. So you create an account here, sign in, click here, and using your account, you will be using this, publish function. So you will also see this function in this file menu, and also at the same time, you can also see this function on the publish side. So what is the purpose of this? I don't have account. Actually, this is a paid service. And if you remember in our presentation, there is a slide related to four components of Power BI. So there is a fourth component called Power BI service. So that Power BI service is all about, server settings, server services. So what is the benefit? If you have created a dashboard and you want to, share it on some website, and you want to share it as web link URL, you have to go to publish, and you upload your dashboard on Power BI server, and you get a link, like you upload something on Gmail, some Gmail drive, and you get a link, maybe a folder that can be a document, and you share the link with others instead of sending the heavy files, or sending the, big files, data files. So you can simply send the, URL by uploading your data on Google Drive. So this publish is like Google Drive. So by this way, you don't need to send the entire dashboard. You no need to send the data files attached with the dashboard. You will be only sending URL with colleagues, with team, with stakeholders, with clients. And also by publish option, you can uh, display your dashboard somewhere on your website, somewhere on LinkedIn, by some, technical functions, by performing some technical, functions, some steps are there to perform. So this is all about, sharing option of Power File, and the rest, I think we have covered almost everything according to the planner, according to the content. So if you have any question, you can ask. Yes, Dr. Saima.
Assalamualaikum. अच्छा
जी,
फरहान, ये
सलाम।
बताएं कि ये जो ये आप कह रहे हैं पब्लिश करेंगे,
हाँ जी,
तो डैशबोर्ड में तो एक्चुअली ये होता है ना कि जैसे जैसे चेंज होती जाती है ना आपकी एक्सेल शीट में,
हाँ
तो
जी, हाँ जी।
आपकी डैशबोर्ड में भी उसी तरह चीजें बदलती जाती है। एम आई
ओके,
करेक्ट? इसी तरह
यस।
होता है ना। तो
जी
जब हम
मैं
पब्लिश करेंगे इसको, तो हमारी एक्सेल शीट में अगर चेंजेस हो रही हैं, तो मेरा सवाल असल में इसलिए है कि हमारे पास जनरली हम ये करते हैं कि हम डाटा कलेक्टर्स को एक्सेल शीट का एक्सेस देते हैं। दे
हाँ जी,
कीप ऑन एंटरिंग द डाटा एंड द डैशबोर्ड ऑटोमेटिकली चेंजेस।
ओके,
सो अब हमारे पास ये जो पावर बीआई का फंक्शन है, इसमें हम उनको एक्सेस दे सकते हैं कि नहीं दे सकते फॉर एनी अपलोडिंग द डाटा इन द एक्सेल शीट, और ये हो सकता है कि नहीं, और फिर जाहिर है ऑटोमेटिकली तो फिर डैशबोर्ड भी चेंज होता जाएगा जब एक्सेल शीट चेंज। मेरा
वेरी गुड।
सवाल ये है कि क्या इसके अंदर एक्सेल शीट स्टैटिक होती है या फिर इसमें चेंजेस होती रहती हैं? और फिर
यस,
अगर चेंजेस होती रहती हैं तो डैशबोर्ड भी ऑफ कोर्स चेंज होता जाएगा। आई होप
यस,
यू अंडरस्टैंड।
yes. Thank you very much. Very good question. So there are two type of data sets can be linked with Power BI. One, that is static data set. For example, we have added a data file here. The case you are discussing about, you can give the access of Excel file to your team. For example, the Excel file is here. So we have created this dashboard based on this file, sales data year 2019 to 2023. You give the access of this file to your team, and when they update data on this file, you can simply, because this file is associated with the dashboard, you will simply copy pasting the information, and in dashboard you will be clicking on the refresh button. It appears somewhere, I think here, refresh data. You get this?
Okay,
Refresh
yes,
data.
I can
Yes.
also see it on the ribbon up there. It's
Yes, it
next
will
to
be
the
in the
transform
view, I
data.
guess. It will be, I guess, somewhere in the insert option, maybe view optimize. I also
पिछले
seen
पिछले
this.
पिछले रिबन में था फरहान, पहला रिबन जो था ना, उसमें
Refresh,
ट्रांसफॉर्म
yes,
डेटा के
refresh.
साथ रिफ्रेश है।
Refresh is it. But it's good if you click on the relevant site, relevant files, because we have connected two different data sets here.
ठीक
So
है,
it will be
ओके।
good if you click on these three dots with the sales and dashboard file and sales and profit file. Click here, and let's assume that data has been fed after completing the dashboard. Fine. When you will
ठीक
be
है,
clicking here, refresh data, the entire dashboard will be updated. One option.
अच्छा।
The second
अच्छा,
option is,
सवाल ये, सॉरी सॉरी फरहान, आपको
Hmm.
इंटरप्ट करी। मैं ये पूछना चाह रही हूँ, जो आप कह रहे हैं कि ये जो एक्सेल शीट है, हम इस एक्सेल शीट की जगह नई एक्सेल शीट रिप्लेस करेंगे, इज दैट करेक्ट?
there are two techniques, two options. You can send this data file. You can send this data file to your team to update the data. Obviously, let me open it like this. So for example, your team is managing data related to polio campaign, and the variables are the same. The team is not changing any variable. They are just feeding the data in the respective columns, right? So
बिल्कुल
let's
ऐसा ही
say
है।
they have added 500 rows in this file. So
सही है।
all you need to do what? Get the data from the field team, copy all the data like this, and open this file, which is already attached with your dashboard. Okay.
ओके,
So you will be pasting your field team data into this file. So let's
सही है।
say if the data already available data in this file is, let's say 900 cases, your team added 400 cases more in this data file. So you will be doing what? Copying the information from the other file you received from the data field team and pasting it here. And after when you pasted all the data in this file, which is associated linked with the dashboard, go to dashboard file, go to this selected file, this file from here, three dots, sales and profit file, because we associated this file with the dashboard. Click
ठीक
here,
है,
refresh data. and the
Okay.
entire dashboard will be updated. This is option number one. Option number two is you create a dashboard based on a live data. For example, you go to, let me open, वो क्या वेबसाइट है डॉक्टर साइमा जो हम कोविड टाइम में यूज करते रहे थे, पॉपुलेशन की वेबसाइट है, वर्ल्ड पॉपुलेशन समथिंग,
वर्ल्ड पॉपुलेशन नहीं, वर्ल्डोमीटर्स.
वर्ल्डोमीटर, यस, वर्ल्डोमीटर है ना, I guess. And so let's say you have created some dashboard based on this information. So we know that the population is increasing day by day. Every day there is a change in the number. It may be every minute or maybe every hour. So when you create a dashboard like this, so the mechanism will be different. You will not be updating data like refreshing data here. The other option is when once you have created your database, that dashboard from this web function, you will be giving the URL in this function. You will fetch the data, you will create a dashboard like this, and you can add some, schedules on data refreshings. So that technique is bit technical, bit different. So for that, you have to, work on the other side. So there are two different data sets. One is live, one is static. The static is data you are receiving from field team. They are manually entering some information and you are copying, pasting all the information. But the live data like Wordometer or any other website, that has a different pattern. So you will be, because the website is changing time to time, every second, every minute. So the information will be changing in the dashboard automatically, or you can put some schedule. Let's say you say the data should be refreshed in the dashboard after every 24 hours or maybe after a week. Depends when the data will be updated. So you can put some restrictions. You can add some, schedules on your data sets. So that's a different pattern. This is a different pattern.
Thank you.
So from my side, it's over. We have covered all the topics. And if you have any question related to Power BI, related to the topics we covered, you are welcome. Otherwise, we are done with this, last class. If you have any feedback, if you have any comment, if you have any complaint, if you have any, question, you are welcome. Floor is yours.
थैंक यू सो मच फरहान. बहुत शुक्रिया, आपने काफी मेहनत से हमें पढ़ाया. लेकिन मुझे
Thank you.
एक आपको जो है ना क्रिटिकल फीडबैक इसलिए दे रही हूँ ताकि आपका कोर्स इम्प्रूव करे.
Yes, please.
क्योंकि जो
Welcome.
रिकॉर्डिंग्स आप करते हैं ना, उन
जी, जी.
रिकॉर्डिंग्स में कभी कभी जो है ना सिर्फ ये वाली स्क्रीन आ रही होती है जिसमें आपको पार्टिसिपेंट्स के नाम आ रहे हैं, और वो जो एक्सरसाइज आप कर रहे होते हैं ना वो नहीं रिकॉर्ड हो रहा होता.
I
So-
didn't know. मुझे ये बिल्कुल नहीं पता था. Thank you.
ये मैं आपकी जो रिकॉर्डिंग है ना जिसमें आपने एनालिसिस बताया एक्सेल में,
जी जी. Let me
उसमें
stop
ये
the
मसला है.
recording. Yes.
उसमें ये मसला है. मे बी इफ यू चेंज द रिकॉर्डिंग क्या हो सकता है वो